A lion cub wandered beyond its pride, chasing sunlight between tall grass. The air was calm, but danger hid beneath the surface. Near the acacia forest, shadows waited. Among them, hyenas crouched, eyes gleaming, bodies low. The cub, unaware of the threat, played with a fluttering leaf. Its tiny paws swatted at the wind, innocence glowing in its movements. The rustle behind it was quiet. Then came a growl. The cub froze. From the thick underbrush, several hyenas emerged, silent, focused. Their teeth caught the light and their muscles twitched with hunger. The cub looked around, heart pounding, legs stiff. It let out a sharp cry that echoed through the grassland. But the pride was too far. Help seemed impossible. The hyenas closed in, forming a circle around the trembling cub. Their growls deepened, ears flattened, the circle tightened. And then, silence. Every creature stilled. Something moved at the forest edge. A massive figure stepped out. Standing tall, dark, and wide-shouldered, a silverback gorilla named Bakery appeared. His fur bore streaks of gray. His gaze held wisdom older than the hills. He had seen it all. But this moment called for action. Bakery moved forward. The hyenas snarled in confusion. This was not part of their hunt. He beat his chest once. The sound echoed like thunder. Dust lifted from the earth. Birds fled the treetops. And then he roared. Not the roar of a lion, but something deeper, more ancient. The cub blinked. The hyenas hesitated. Bakery charged. His arms swung like hammers. His legs pounded the ground like drums. The hyenas scrambled. Two lunged forward. Bakery leaped, catching the cub in his arms, spinning with precision. Dirt exploded beneath his feet. He ran, fast, purposeful. The cub clung tightly, eyes shut, body shaking. One hyena gave chase, another followed, their jaws snapped inches behind. But Bakery did not stop. His breath came heavy, his strength unshaken. Across the grassland, a lone ranger named Elias leaned against his jeep. The sun painted gold over everything. He drank from a metal canteen, unaware of the chaos approaching. Then came the noise, growls, barking, heavy footfalls. Elias turned sharply. He lifted his binoculars and scanned the plains. What he saw made him freeze. A gorilla, running. In its arms, a lion cub. Behind, a furious pack of hyenas. Elias dropped his canteen, grabbed his rifle, and climbed atop the jeep. He steadied his aim. As the hyenas closed in, he fired into the sky. The loud crack tore across the silence. The hyenas scattered. Bakery did not slow until he reached the jeep. His legs finally gave in. He knelt, chest rising like waves. With care, he placed the cub on the grass. Then, quietly, he rested one hand on the cub's back. A farewell. Elias approached, slowly. No sudden moves. The cub was alive but frightened. He crouched beside it, checking for wounds. Scratches only, no bones broken. He looked up. Bakery watched. Their eyes met. No words passed. Only respect. Then, without sound, Bakery stood tall, turned, and walked back into the forest. His broad frame grew smaller, fading into shadows, until nothing remained but memory. Elias wrapped the cub in a cloth and placed it in the jeep. The engine hummed. Tires crushed dry grass. With one hand on the wheel and one on the radio, Elias scanned the horizon for signs of the pride. He found tracks, fresh paw prints leading north. He followed slowly. The cub lay curled in the seat, still trembling, its eyes watching Elias with silent questions. The jeep rolled on. After some time, Elias saw them, lionesses resting beneath an acacia. He stopped far enough not to alarm them. Carrying the cub gently, he whistled. One lioness raised her head. Recognition flashed. She bolted toward them. She sniffed the cub wildly, then began to lick it, eyes full of relief. The pride gathered close. The cub nuzzled into safety, surrounded by warmth. Elias stood back, hand on his belt, heart full. The sun was high, the grass swayed, the world was calm again. But the gorilla, the old protector, was gone. No sign, no trace, only the tale remained. Some say he was once a leader of many until fire took his troop. Some believe he lost his voice after that day. Others think he stayed near the forest, watching, waiting, guarding what no one else could. He had no reason to help, no reward to claim, yet he gave everything. Sometimes nature hides heroes in silence. No fanfare, no applause, just quiet strength, deep compassion, eternal legacy. The winds still move through the trees as if carrying his spirit. Perhaps he watches still. Perhaps when kindness is needed, he will return.